So, good evening, guys. Welcome to what is another Monday evening OTL session. Oh, and there's my fucking audio on my phone trying to get all up in my shit. I am joined this evening, as always, or not as always at the start, but he is from the start this evening. Jensen, are you here, sir?
Yeah.
Oh, I never even heard your mute pop. I usually know when you've unmuted because it goes pop, but no pop this time. So, Jensen, tonight we head to Monza, swearing 20 seconds in, typical. I mean, Mike, it's the game just done a thing. My phone done a thing, and you know, it's just one of the things. So, yes, as I said, tonight we go to the Temple of Speed, that is Monza, and I expect a very close fought battle here tonight, Jensen. Even when there's big pace differences, if you can get yourself caught up in that DRS, it's a very hard train to break out of.
I mean, to be honest, I only see battles happening at the front of the train, but
Yeah,
I mean, you could
otherwise
see some
behind.
here and there, but yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll just be stuck.
It's not actually easy to overtake at Monza. I mean, if you look at, like, because of the low downforce, they're not really losing that much downforce, really, when entering the 30 of the car, or using the DRS, so yeah, it's kind of a bit less powerful than other tracks, but the big long straights might still do it.
Nonetheless, though, I'm sure the OTL boys will. I'm sure we've said this about tracks before, and somehow they managed to find a way to make the race very, very entertaining. I've
Yeah,
lost
I
a
mean,
little thing.
we always get an entertaining race in OTL. I
Yes,
mean, last week, yeah,
probably the
was
race of the
big.
season contender last week, I would say.
Mm,
I would
definitely
definitely think
one of
that's one
those.
of the ones close to being the top thing. New driver joins the fray tonight, and Walker. We know he's a guy that holds a bit of pace in the kart, and I think we might see him maybe just
Yes.
bring another dynamic to the front end of the grid. Be interesting to see how that one plays out as well.
Yeah, Mike's gonna watch his back for Walker, I think,
Yes.
because I know his pace is quite fast. So, yeah, um, definitely watch out for him. Hopefully, um, he could be right up there and do that. And yeah,
And will we see SPW, of course, back in the car for the second week on his return? All that work done last week, and for some moments to happen and all kind of fall away. So let's hope SPW can go and have a better race this evening as well.
let's hope his connection survives the night. Hopefully.
Yes, that was I think the fundamental issue in the end last week for SPW was the lack of
We're going.
internet stability.
Oh,
Are we?
people readying up, but only for a brief moment. And now.
So
we're not.
what's everything is saying in chat? We've
Oh,
got Pedro, Jamie, Mikey. Good evening all. Hope you're all well. Is it? Are we starting?
I think we are now.
So we get ready, set to go. Sorry, I'm just trying to roll a cigarette at the same time. We don't condone smoking. It's bad for you. Jensen, tell them.
Yeah, don't smoke. Well, I can't tell you from experience. I've never smoked, so yeah, don't plan.
Good.
Don't
Good.
drink as well.
Not
Don't
yet.
plan.
Don't plan. Oh well. Some people, it's just not for them.
Yeah.
Give up the weed. Who's weed? Don't smoke weed. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Did someone actually say that?
Yeah, Pedro. Who smokes weed? It's bad for you. Don't take drugs. We do not condone any form of drug smoking in the chat.
Yeah, that's not family friendly.
Let's go WMW lads, another OTL lads. Ooh.
WMW lads. I think that's Skarma and Rob Wills. Not
Yes, I think it could be.
Chris White. An old name.
It is.
I do remember walking. But anyways, dry qualifying.
Right, let's stop talking about cannabis in the chat, please, gentlemen.
Cheers,
So-
Michael.
What did Cheers say? Good luck, Chris. I mean, we need it. Watch your news lot. Luck after yous all.
Nah, we don't need luck. Just popcorn.
I like it.
But yeah, here we go. And already the Haas is out. I'm pretty sure it's Jamie M. Right. He's straight away out on leading time.
And I think ABS has turned off also for young Jamie, so
Yes. You can see him locking up into turn 1 already. Bit rusty, but it's all about progress.
that's it. You know that very well yourself. You took that big step not so long ago.
Yep.
And at the start it was a bit iffy. I remember way back you done it once before and then came away from it. You were like nup, and then you eventually bit the bullet and took it all off, and you've never really looked back now, have you? Especially this year, you really got the handle down this year and what the cars need to go quickly with no ABS, so...
It's because I tried doing it in the middle of last game instead of
right from
the start of a game. Yeah, that's probably the best place to do it, and yeah, just went from there. Oh, there's JMTX has joined.
So what kind of lap times do you think we expect, Jensen? 21s? 20s?
Mid to high 19s.
Or you think we're going to get into the 19s?
Maybe. I mean, my PB around here was a 19.3, so do what they can do.
So on board, yes, with Jamie. As he opens his DRS for his first run down into the first chicane, and this is as complex as the corners will get, apart from Ascari smash the brake pedal 100 metres. Can't take too much of the curb on the inside at turn 1 anymore because it violently wants to upset the car, so you need to stay well away. A lot of wheel spin and exit out of turn 2. Turn 3 is hardly even a corner. Absolutely flat out, keep it tight to the inside, minimising the distance. The run up to the second chicane, yes they have. So again, another one you cannot touch an inside.
Hey.
See that? Popping the car up into the air. But still manages to keep it in check. First Lesmo coming up. Keep it nice and tight to the inside. Use the camber of the track to get the car round. Second Lesmo, same again. Use a little bit of the curb on the inside line.
He's not using any more energy, so I think he's coasting
abandoned. And he's going to get out of that. No, he's going to go through. So Mike opens it up. We'll go with the Ecos. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Yep, Ecos Mike.
I was going to call him a bad name.
Ecos Bandit or something.
Ecos Pussy.
Well, you go into turn 4, is he going to make the same mistake as Jamie on the curb? It's not really much of a mistake. Narrowly
nicely through
it. So Mike, he's charging to his first league racing title, I think, if he does get it. So I think he knows what he's got to do for the rest of the season as he's going down to turn. I don't know the turn name. It's called Scary.
Attack Scary, nice.
Doing him well. And going down to curb Michele Alboreto, I think it's called now. I'd still call it Parabolica though.
How has it changed names? I did not notice.
Yeah, they changed it this year. And Mike is going to cross the line 20.1.
So I think you'll be right on the call of the 19s, or at least Mike. He'll probably have the pace to bring it into there. Walker, in his first run, he's done a 21.1, so he's a little bit down.
He's going again, I think he's a 10th up though, as he goes through.
SPW in his medium done a 22.2.
Oh, Mott Walker's gone. He's hit the wall. Oh,
Is
that's...
he out?
Nah,
No,
he's
managed
just
to
lost
keep
his
it.
front wing. I'm pretty sure the game repairs your damage when you go back into the pits. If you get like floor damage or stuff, because that seemed to happen to someone in a race.
I would hope so.
Last week.
It would be a nice addition, but
Mikey's at 3 tenths up on his time as well. Steve goes through.
is he going to complete the lap? Will it complete a second run on the soft tyre dig? Not too bad here. Of
I
course.
think he is. And there
He
we
does
go.
look as if he's going to.
And he improves 0.4. Not
Only
too bad at all.
3 tenths away from Mike, so he'll be. I think he'll be feeling quite good about that lap.
I'll tell you
Walker's
what,
coming in.
this track's gonna bring a lot of the slower guys much closer to the front. This is one of the tracks where, like, everyone's like all compact and not far away from each other. There goes Nelly. He's going through on his runs.
Who else do we have on the lap? I think a lead car here it is, Nelly. On a lap, yes it is, coming out the back straight to the whatever Jensen called it. I'll just keep calling it Parabolica as well.
Green King goes 4 attempts up as well, and Nelly's going to go for the final corner. What is he going to do? He's going to keep a wide line to complete his lap. 21.8 for Nelly. Green Fingers, he didn't have much energy to start, but
He's looking quite competitive as well. His finger's
6
half a
attempts up.
second up now nearly. Oh, and he just gets away with that. Oh, and he's invalidated.
Yeah.
That is super unfortunate there for Green Fingers. Welcome to everybody that's joined. I see we have a bit of a crowd watching us this evening, guys. If you are watching, please don't forget to drop a like button on the video and sub to the channel if you haven't already. We just keep getting busier and busier. Welcome all to Monday evening OTL.
Shiv on his lap.
Shiv.
We're about to start another one.
Where is Shiv? Where did I see him? Oh, here he is.
Here from sector 1, took a bit of a cautious first
Oh
chicane.
no, that's going to
Oh.
give that lap up. So Jamie's starting a lap on the sauce, so we'll go with him. Shout out to Walker. Good luck, he says, from CB Gaming. Sitting in P3 at the moment, but a good debut for Walker.
He went a bit too much there for Jamie, locked up the front right, and it went a little bit too deep from the apex, turn 1, but it's still going on. 0.6, sector 1.
Oh, no.
Oh no, you want to keep your car up the wall as well.
Mr. Rage
curve
coming out
is
the
deadly.
second. Lesmo, he's on a lap. Bad traffic up ahead. He's got 3 cars just going through a scary. I think they'll be well up the road before he gets there. I think Mr. Rage might be one of our next guys. I think Shiv's on one, but I think he's going to be down. Yeah, he's coming out the lap at the moment. So Mr. Rage coming up.
Yeah,
Guys
Mr.
ahead have a
Rage.
choice. They either get on the lap now or they stay well out the way, because they have a hot lap in Mount Matterman, choosing to stay well out the way. Can Mr. Rage get himself inside the top 5? I'm sure he will. And he goes to P3 on a 20.7. So where else do we have? There's got to be someone else. Matherman just opening a lap. Who is that on the back straight? I think it's Mike on an out lap on the back straight. Dixie's still in the box. I think he plans only maybe to do one run today. He's going to try and get through in the medium compound. 26.7 sector 1 for Matterman. That's reasonably competitive, I think. I think he's round about the Rob Wills pace. He might just be able to, if he can continue it on the lap, slip into the high 21s. Swatch on board up to the sector 2 split, 54 flat. I think Matterman looking not too bad, nice and tidy through a scary. Misses the last apex. Probably a corner you probably want to stay away from. You take too much of that curb, it's going to end you in the wall.
Here comes Walker. He's looking a decent lap. He comes around the final corner, he's across the line. P3 for him.
And Mataman does a 21.4, he does a mid 21 on that medium compound, gets himself into P9. That is a very, very good, that's the fastest medium run we've seen so far. Everybody else in the 22s.
Mike seems very clear at the moment. He
yes.
was 10th down set to 1, but he's pulled that time back up as he rides through Ascari. See how much he improves for his second run. Does he get in the final chicane, or the final corner, I mean?
Has he got any time out of the last corner? Right. Did look very neat tidy.
May dip in the 19s. No, he does. Only a 10th quicker. Being a 10th down set to 1, there could be a 19 on for Mike.
Walker, half a second up, sector 2 split here in his second time around on the back straight, coming up now to Parabolica, and
will he have enough energy to
that's the question.
Carry the pace?
He'll get a
he might just
5
about
or 10% burst into the corner. He's going to get up to 15%. I think it'll strain a little bit at the line, holding the very tight line though, and could Walker put a challenge here on Mike? Went to P2, close. Only 7/100ths of a second off the pace, so very, very close now between Mike and Walker.
Here comes Mataman, and I think he's just going to the pit. Nearly a 10th up in set to 1 on the soft. Can he actually get a lap in this time?
So Nelly into Ascari, how much does he attack it? Not too much of the inside curb on entrance, not too much comes through the middle or exit either. But we'll see as he now barrels up to Parabolica, and I think Skarma has dropped the car out, the first Lesmo, so he's out the session on his 21-1. His time will hold, but whether he falls down the order or not is yet to be seen. Nelly now looking very competitive. I think he's going to go into the 20s here. He does a 21 flat, puts himself in P6. Where else do we have a lap? I don't think we have anybody else on at the moment. Mr. Rage on an out lap. Can he put a challenge in? Seen him take some poles last year, or last season I should say. Can he put himself in the position here to put an attempt of an attack on Mike and Walker? Mikey again showing some very good pace as well, sitting in that P3 spot. So here goes Mr. Rage on what I think could be his last run of the session here. ENTHJ 1 point though. You might be awful at qualifying, but you race well here. Remember that. I know. So, let's see. Mikey doing bits there to stay well out of the way of Mr. Rage coming through in this hot lap, so let's watch Mr. Rage to the two Lesmos. Takes as much of the exit curb as he did there. How much does he attack on the inside? Not too much. Let's see the sector split though as he barrels up the DRS zone. Up towards Ascari. 54's been roughly the biting point, and he's 54.3, so he's on a really competitive time. I'm on a couple of tenths down. He could maybe put the pressure on Mikey here to put himself in the lead point of that second row of the grid. If he's got any time through Parabolica, he may just find another tenth or two to really put the pressure on Mikey, but at the moment he's just maybe going to snatch the position away. Mikey out on his other run, takes the big wide line on exit. Down to the line he goes, and it's a 20.2 for Mr. Rage. He puts himself right there, half a tenth behind Walker, and only a tenth of a second now splitting our top three drivers. CB Gate, I hate this track. Monza, I think it's a very Marmite circuit. It's a bit like Monaco, you either love it or you hate it. And I know they're technically two very different circuits, but yeah, I do understand. I do feel like it's a very Marmite style circuit. Oh, Mikey had to double take into the entrance of the first chicane, so that's maybe not going to put him on the best path at the moment. We'll stay with him. First, Lesmo. Nice and tidy. Second, Lesmo. Is he going to attack it hard? He gets right into the curb on the inside line. Mr. Rage, again, returning the favour and staying well out of the way. So let's see, can Mikey be down in the 53s for this sector's 2 split? I think he's a little bit down. It's 53.4, half a tenth up. Needs a bit more than a half a tenth though as he comes through. Ascari looks much neater than he did the first, although his last time around. Up to Barry Bollock, he just needs to bring it in nice and tight to the curb and hold the tight line. Minimise that run all the way to the line, hold it nice and tight. He's going to let it run wide. Is he going to pull it back? Yes he is. Almost as if you're going to the pits. Has he got any time in the pocket? It's going to be his last run. And he does improve, but only just a little bit. Stays in the P5. Nearly needs to find now 3.5 tenths, but where is Mike? Oh, and he's got out it. Oh.
Is that him done for qualifying then?
I think that he's been out in 3 softs now, right?
So if Walker, yeah, Mike is out of the session, so if Walker get the lap, that might be a chance here. It's only a tenth and a half between the top 4. And here comes Mikey, he's going about now.
And Jamie is a tenth and a half up. Sector 2 split.
He is very close to invalidating, but kept it nice. He needs to gain 3 tenths, he needs to gain another 1.5 tenths in his final sector. Here he goes. Jamie, is he going to take pole position?
Oh, I think he's going to be close here.
Oh, he doesn't improve. He lost time in the final sector. Here comes Walker. He's trying to get
Mikey was half a tenth down. Mikey got a little bit of a total, I think, up the back straight. So whether that's found him any time as he burst to the line here. Has Mikey found anything? He did. He found another nearly tenth of a second, and look how close it is between our top 5. Holy Jesus balls.
Here comes Walker. He's going to be the one to watch, I think, as everyone's just finished their laps. Nearly going around for his final flying run as well. They'll be the ones to watch.
Shift 3 tenths up. If he can find another couple of tenths through the last corner, he can maybe, just maybe, get close to the top 10. No.
Oh, and Adam, big crash at us. Oh god, that's a massive crash at Ascari.
Somebody, and Walker's retired. Is Walker? Oh, I think is Walker dropped the car. Walker did. Walker dropped the car at the first chicane, the second chicane.
And Jamie got disqualified?
Parked in a dangerous location.
Is that an intentional disqualify or?
Oh. I don't understand
But that's qualifying, I think. Or
is that over?
Nelly, but Nelly's invalid. So that's qualifying. Yep.
It is over. It was very anticlimactic at the end there because we were too busy trying to figure out exactly what happened. It was an on-purpose. So I think you're just looking to get your eye in here, Jamie. You're not looking to race at the front. Just settle down and build some momentum on your no ABS. I assume this is your plan. I think that's I think we should, as much as Jamie's an arse, and I think he knows he can be an arse in the chat, that is very respectful to the grid of drivers what he's doing there, because I think what he wants to do is not cause anything nasty into turn 1, being in the middle of the grid, being maybe his first time in a league race, barreling into which is quite a heavy braking at lap 1 turn 1 with no ABS on. So kudos to Jamie for being willing to take the hit and go to the back for the sake of his race and everybody else's race. I think that is worth noting. That's all I'm giving you now, Jamie. I'm not blowing your arse anymore. So Mike takes pole, Walker P2, half a tenth in it. But more importantly, Rob Wills. Wait a minute. Oh, Rob Wills is P6, I think, right? Was the team improved to P5? Did he sneak that in at the end and we missed it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Mike, why did you do that? Why have you just done that in the chat? I'm going to make sure you get penalty points now. And make you have to sweat for the championship. We did not want to see that in the chat. Adam, deduct Mike 100 points. 70%. Interesting. So Jensen, I think it is your lights outs this evening. Lights outs?
Yep.
Lights out. See if I can talk a bit better. And I think we will see some safety cars today. If everybody survives a 50% race, if this full grid survives this Monza race, I would be stunned. I'm not saying that people will go out to crash, but this track claims cars for fun. And remember, if you're on the outside line into turn 1 or down into turn 4, got to just give that little bit extra space than used to, because if you put somebody all over that curb, they're probably going to bounce up into the air and land on top of you. You're going to get Max Verstappen. Oh no, well, I guess it was Max on top of Lewis, right? Yes, Chris, I agree. Very, very strong lap from Rob. So Mike leads the way. Let's see some telemetry, and we will go with tyres. Let's see outside our top 10. Matman P12 on hards. Mick, Mitch, Pedro, Dixie, all in the mediums. Jamie, Tech, Shiv outside the top 10 on the softs, and then everybody down to P11 also on the soft compound tyre. Of course, Kristaps and Fingers both having that new set, or Fingers only, sorry. So, will we see a lap 1 of drama? I presume so. Do your best to keep it clean and just go and have a successful race. Bit of synchronised weaving there from Mike and SPW, that was nice. Let's tail down to the back of the grid. Watch Jamie come through a scary. He looks a man ready to just go do some racing. So Jensen, before we start quickly, what is your prediction?
Mike for the win.
Mike to win. And the podium call? Second and third?
I think it's going to be Mikey second, and let's go Kristaps third, maybe.
Oh, nice. I'm going to go for Mr. Rage, SPW and Mike. In any order. Top 10 by lap 2, Jamie says. Big send coming up. We'll leave it with Jensen.
The lights are already coming on. And hear them all revving up. I've been waiting until it's a very, very long lights, but they're away and Mike gets a better start of the two on the front row, and he's already pulling out of the slipstream to try and get Walker out of there, and he's going to turn 1. They're all sending it down, they're all taking it very, very carefully. And there's been a 5-second penalty already for Mr. Reid, so he's cut across the first chicane. And up front, Walker's over the back of Mike. He's going to go for a move. They're making really small contact. It gets so close. Mike is positioning the car so Walker can't get through. And that got really too close to a comfort there. And they going side by side up into the first. Those goes Ranger and Nelly, Chris. They're going through, but I don't think Nelly, Ranger's got past though for that little bit.
No, he definitely did not. I'm just going to check. Let's see what happened further back. Jamie Enright, he said he's going to be in P10 by lap 2 and he's up to P12. He somehow managed to gain 8 positions out that first corner. The first few corners. Further back.
Positions, it's fine, isn't it?
Otherwise, the back 10, there's not really been much happening. Fingers lost out a little bit. JNTEX managed to get himself in P14 up to P10. And put himself right in the running. And Jamie Enright now up to P11.
Yeah, and Mike, he's starting to get a gap now ahead of Walker. He is pushing for that gap, and they've both got a similar amount of energy, but Mike's got second already. And if he can carry that in the next lap, he'll be safe, I think.
Look at this now, JNTEX looking at the back of Rob Wells, not quite there this time around. Rob Wells lost out quite a bit at the start. SPW though, having a nosy at Ranger. I don't think he's got the straight line speed to get up there beside Ranger. Now looks at Nelly down the inside line and he's going to make the move. Small bit of contact there and they're going to get turned round. And I think SPW is going to be the man to get through. Somebody else has ended up off the track further back as well. I think it's Chris Taps. Yes, it is. He's at the moment there. I think some small contact between GNTEX on somebody's round. Mattomans went round and he's collected somebody else there, gents. And I'm not quite sure who it was, but it put somebody straight on the wall. And yet Mattomans collected a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with Greenfingers.
Oh, that's not what they wanted to do there. And what a gap already. SPW has dropped off massively here. Rob Wills is going for a move into Parabolica, and I can get it done. He pulled out there. I think he knew he was going up against the SPW, and
I think SPW is going to be a lead man on this kind of midfield fight as Rob Wills has a big look down the inside.
Yeah, Rob Wills is using a lot of energy. SPW keeping around the outside. They're giving him great space, and that's Mr. Rage.
Jamie's tagged Rob Wills. Oh, was it
Jamie
Mr.
up
Rage?
to fifth? Where the hell did Jamie come from? He's up to 5th already. And there goes Scarby trying to go for a move, but he couldn't. He's still got the ERS on there. I think he really turned that off, but as they're going around. Oh, there's another yellow flag, and that's Mr. Rage again. He's in another spin, and he's lost the front wing. And
VSC out, so that will stall.
And he can't move. He's stuck. He's beached on the curb.
Oh no! Oh wow!
Oh no, that has not happened. Oh, he's had. Well,
reset to drive. That's fair.
I think you allow him. Yeah.
Yeah. He done the right thing there.
That's allowable there. In the case of that, that was 100%. Stupid.
Beached on the curb to make 2-second gap, and as Jensen said, he's absolutely cruising. The gap was critical to the start of the race, and Walker pits.
Yeah, he's going very early, isn't he?
To the hard tyre, would this be? Or no, it's not, it's the medium.
Mediums can make it. So you have to be really nice in the tyres. So Walker might jump Mike here if the VSC stays out long enough for him to get out and rejoin the Delta.
But of course Walker will have... I mean the tyre deck is
really
not too bad.
Down. It's probably a VSC restart, that's why. And yeah, they go now.
So no drive-throughs for any upon the restart there. Oh, and Mike nearly drops it out of the second chicane there, and that's going to give SPW the chance to creep right up beside him. And SPW on 100% energy, of course, most drivers will be, in fact, because it was just a VSC. So SPW now has DRS.
Mikey Look, SPW getting super close. They're both on 100% energy, Chris. That's actually mad. And Jamie Embright is over the back of both of them.
Yep.
Will we see a double move, maybe, by Jamie if he's that ambitious?
Good thing is Mikey, with his good energy management, he's a very hard man to overtake. He showed this in Zandvoort.
They're all going to use, apart from Jamie. Jamie needs to put the back off the energy here. He doesn't see an opportunity with these guys at their big advantage.
So through they go. What's happening further back? Dixie and Mitch having a bit of a squabble here. Dixie goes through. He's now up 6 to P12. Pedro all over the back of Matoman as well now. Has Matoman pit? No, he has not. So we have a bit of a stall at the moment. Jensen said this is maybe the not so fun part of Italy. And SPW happy to play the long game here, I think. Very, very happy. Skarma derating 5% energy already. That is going to cost him dearly, I think, as the race progresses. Having no energy out these big long corners and the long straights is really going to hurt. And there goes Shiv now. Skarma starting to drop down, and look at Rob Wills attacking Skarma from way back here. Is he going to send a big one down the inside? Skarma defends it off. He says, I see you coming, Rob, not this time. And they will continue their battle round. Skarma needs to get on the energy saving. Jamie is building up his energy. He's got up to 70% sit behind these guys, so when will Jamie mount a move, or will he even mount a move? Rob Wills and Skarman out, and Rob Wills will go through it. Even with Skarma having the DRS, having no energy to burn hurts. And I think he could soon come under pressure from Mick, Matt, Pedro, and maybe even Dixie. And on Ranger gets through, and Dixie there, we just missed that move. Oh, Dixie, don't take too much of that curb. No, well held there. And that'll allow Walker to get through. So Skarma boxes, he's had enough of his soft compound tyre for this race. It's a bit early for a one-stop soft tyre, right, Jensen? Thought we'd have maybe seen them go to about 10.
It's quite an early start, maybe an undercut.
That is a good point. People are seeing how hard it is to overtake, so maybe track position is shown to be a bit more crucial.
Mike seems to be enjoying life at the moment.
He's chilling.
With a 9-second gap already in 7 laps. Why he won't be in OTL next season. A bit too overpowered.
Yes. Mikey having to defend the inside line into Ascari, I think he would have picked up a warning for that there. Because he took a big cut of the entrance, so he'll want to be one to keep that down. But SPW looks set to maybe mount a charge here. We'll see how close he stays through Parabolica. Oh, and see the understeer when he's tucked right up under, and Jamie looks at that inside line there. Has to just get out it a little bit. Now, is SPW coming for one here? Yes, I think he is. So he's going to see the move. Mikey's going to defend the inside line. He'll go through. Jamie now looks to the right hand side. Mikey getting done to him what he done at Zandvoort. One inside, one outside, but can he defend it off? And Jamie now looks to the outside line. Oh, and there's been a bit of contact. They've been pushed wide, and Mikey will capitalise now and get back through. close race in there between them. And this is going to be the battle of the race, and look who is coming into the fight now. Jensen now in the DRS zone, and Jamie has a big moment out of Parabolica. Well, that allowed Nelly to close up and make a move. Nelly looked to be settling into a good bit of pace here at this third point of the race. SPW now goes through on Mikey, so maybe they're going to work together here and try and clear Jamie. Since he's had a couple of moments, SPW and Mikey can pull each other along, and Jamie gets caught up now in a fight with Nelly. It could be a good way of these two guys kind of solidifying the podium fight. And Nelly's got a splendid run at the last corner there, and I think Jamie's going to box. He shows it very clearly.
Yeah. I think he knew he's probably going to get past, so he's going to take that opportunity now. Maybe get an undercut on Mikey and SPW, and Mikey goes up the inside, Chris, and he makes his way back past SPW. So these two starting to scrap it out a little bit now, coming up to the pit stop.
So where has Jamie came out? And the critical thing is Jamie to Walker. 4 cars between them. Walker, of course, took that early stop. The tyres will go to the end. How much pace he will have is questionable. But what Walker and Jamie need not to happen now is a safety car come out, because that would probably solidify them further down the grid. Although Jamie did show that he can get overtakes done, which he did in the early part of that race. Mikey positioning his car in all the right places. He looks very happy driving at the pace he is now.
It's a tricky one because he's going to be put into a tricky position if he does.
There at a Parabolica.
I think he's going to try and go. He might try and go as long as possible, so he doesn't have to rejoin in the middle of the pack.
Let's actually look at leader gap. So if Mike boxes, he's probably going to come out just in front of Matoman, which is not a big gap at all. But now some pockets starting to open up because Mikey and Rob Wills have boxed. So Mike's time to box is maybe coming up. He's going to come out into a bit of clean area, still be in front of Matoman. There's a 4-second gap between Matt and Mick. And then it's Shiv and Nelly who are probably going to box not long after. So I think Mike's pit stop's going to be coming up any time now. Pedro in his medium tyre now as well, up to P9. Oh, and Walker's going to get there. Oh, and Pedro's had a big moment. Oh, and he keeps out of the wall. That was very well held there.
So here comes Mike. Is he going to pit this lap? And no, he is pushing. So I think this might be the pit lap if he is pushing all his energy now.
Let's see if he's still building a gap. Let's see the leader gap. Oh, he's still in that window to come out just in front of Matoman.
Oh, big lock up from
And
Mike
he's, in fact, if Mike can find a tenth or two this lap, he may just clear Mick in P5 on his
Chiv's
stop.
got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
And so is Pedro. Pedro coming off his medium very, very early. So Mike is very, very close to the clearing Mick. It'll be very tight between Mike and Mick on the exit of the pit lane. I think if he boxed this, he's boxed this lap. But of course, Mick is on the medium as well, so he's probably a driver he's looking to clear. Oh, there's a big moment coming through. Ascari nearly drops the car, but Mike's car control has shown to be very, very good over the last few weeks. Again, keeps it under control. So is he going to box? I think he will come in this lap. And he is. as we thought, coming in this lap. So let's watch the gap now to Mick. And Nelly's had a moment out of Scary. Nelly's dropped the car. So this is crucial in the fight between him and Walker. Oh, Nelly's on the soft compound as well. So you'll probably find Nelly's going to box now. But look who's in P3 on his hards. So here is Mick. There is Mike. I said it was going to be close. I think Mick's just going to clear him. Does Mike clear Matoman? No, he has a big oversteer moment coming out the pits. Matoman's going to be there. Let's see. Matoman doesn't fight it too much. He just lets Mike have the position. So Mike only one car to pass now, and he's got track position all to himself.
Jamie's over the back of SPW here. Two ultra aggressive, somewhat Irish drivers.
Somewhat Irish, I like that.
They're both pretty much the same. So I don't see anything happening here, but Rainford has pulled this stint quite long, hasn't he, on the soft? This is 12th lap. He's the only one on the soft who hasn't paired this race. Mike is catching up Mick at the moment. Mike having a time of his life on those mediums.
SPW now goes through in Dixie. Dixie's going to pull in behind. Oh, he needs to be careful there. Was there contact there again between Jamie and Dixie? I don't think so. I think Dixie just a lot understeer in the cut. No front end. Walker's car threatens to have a wobble, but not quite there that time around. And Mick's showing some good pace in that medium compound tyre. Mike, I don't think he's pushing massively. I think he's just using the tyre to bring Mick in. He knows it's not his fight. He doesn't need to go belting after him to find him.
And there's been an instant, and it's rain. No, it's not. It's Kristaps. Kristaps is at the wall.
Your
He's
podium.
lost his front wing.
Your podium man has lost it.
Oh
no. Will that be a VSC for damage?
That's a real shame. Nice. Alright there.
Yellow
Mick
flag,
has
sector
no
1.
helmet.
Oh,
it's
ENT.
JMX.
Oh,
What's happened?
What's happened there?
No. What?
Whoa! In the AI's.
Oh no.
ENTXJ, if that's because you've had a spin and just tried to turn the car, mate, make sure you let us know, buddy. We'll give you some discrepancy points there. I don't think you've been disqualified in any malice there. I don't think you would deliberately go to block the pit lane in the race. I know it's not something you're doing. Mike now within DRS.
Oh,
yeah. So I think this is going to be an easy move. Coming up.
So here comes Mike. He ain't even using his energy here. He's getting closer and closer and closer to Mick. I think, and Mick protecting the inside massively here. So Mike can get a run. I think Mike's going to get through this time. Here he goes. Big wheel spin off the exit of the corner, and Mick pulls to the outside. He's not fighting it really. He's just letting Mike go on the inside, and Mike retakes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah, ENTXJ, I think we'll make sure you get something for this race, mate. That's not your fault. You've just tried to bring the car back round into lane to get going, so
it's this game.
It's not so good. So we'll make sure you take something out from the race, okay? It won't be all for nothing. You don't deserve to be disqualified there.
There was many instances in other leagues where it disqualified people for overtaking a safety car when they were trying to enter the pits.
Wow.
It seems to be the most common one, but yeah, blocking the pit lane, I don't even know.
Jamie now in 25% energy, SPW on 50 plus, so at the moment, between this fight that's been going on for a little while, they're just keeping him at bay at the moment as SPW. Good defending there from SPW, run the brakes a bit deeper. Jamie tries to look round the outside, not quite there this time around. SPW, absolute sublime car position in there, and Jamie can't quite get through this time around. Good bit of racing there between the two. Mikey now joined the fight. So these three sets continue it till the end of the race. Yes, because obviously Mick and Matoman still to box.
Yeah, and they're not that far ahead, so that is your battle for the podium. I think that will just stay that way, those three guys. SPW, Jamie and Mikey, so one of them will not be on the podium unless our race leader had a moment, but try not to jinx that.
Yeah, that's the last thing Mike needs. A little commentator's curse.
Don't believe in the commentator's curse.
Oh, and look at Mikey, he's got a run here in Jamie.
Yeah, he might get both of them maybe. And then SPW, he's going a few movements on the straight. He moves to the inside. No. Jamie on the outside. Big reaction from Jamie there. And he tries to go around the outside, but SPW, he cuts off the inside line for turn 2. He keeps the position, but Jamie pushing again. Is he going to get a move into the next chicane? And here comes Mikey. Mikey's getting a brilliant run on the pair of them. Is he going to go late into the brakes on the SPW? No, he's not. But he's going to go late in the brakes on Jamie. Is Jamie going to get the cutback? No, he isn't. So Mikey keeps the position.
Some really good racing here between the three drivers as well. Oh, Jamie, no! Oh, he keeps it there. That was a... Wow, that slide through the first Lesmo was tremendous, and he keeps the car in check.
So Mikey, net podium now for him, I think. Or unless Walker, actually Walker is net P2, if he could get those tyres to the end. And he has a good gap buffer to actually save his tyres if he wanted to.
And the thing is, well, Walker, SPW, Mikey have all been fighting. I was watching that gap. Walker has opened it a little bit. Well, SPW, Mikey and Jamie fight, so he's looking good at the moment. He's coming here for a run, and Matoman, is he going to send one down the inside line? Not quite this time around. Matoman putting a stellar old stint in these hard compound tyre. Oh, and Walker has a big wheel spin moment there out of the first chicane. Nearly dips it on the grass. I'm going to leave it with this battle just now, Jensen, and quickly run to the restaurant. I will be back.
Yeah, Ranger gets past Mitch on the straight. Mitch running a decent race. He hasn't played yet, but he's doing alright. Nelly fastest lap as well on the new tyres. He's a bit far back from the battles, but as we go around, Jamie Emmerich going really wide there. And is SPW get a little bit of DRS assistance from Kristaps? I think he did. So that should be big help for SPW. Jamie was over the back of Mikey there on the exit of Ascari, but he fell back a bit on the exit. I think he had to back off really, so didn't go into the back of him. But
and look at Matoman as well. Run. I'll go back to this.
There's a poor run from Mikey around the final corner, but he's not going to be overtaken. It looks like because Jamie isn't using anything.
Matoman went back through and Walker on the hard tyres, so Matoman back up to P2.
Oh, and what's happened to Mick? And he's going backwards in the pits, and he's teleporting, and oh no, the lobby is broken. It has happened. Please, don't do this.
Oh.
And oh no, it has happened, doesn't it?
Oh no, it's fixing itself now.
Hopefully. Let's hope. Because Mick was in the pits, stopped in the middle of the track, and then
oh, Jamie spun!
Yeah, I just caught that as well. He's doesn't look like it's picking up damage, but I think it's fixed itself now, hopefully. And yep, I think we are sorted. Thank
Jamie
God
now drops
that's over.
down to P9. No damage though, manages to keep the car out of the wall, so
Here comes Mataman on Walker. Is Walker going to be overtaken into turn 1? No. Mataman is going to stay behind. It's getting cloudy, Chris.
yes, is the
Could there
rain
be
coming
rain?
in?
Walker is under fueled, it seems, because he is yellow fuel light here.
Ooh.
He's got to hope for a safety car or the rain to come. But the Mikey SPW battle is closing up on them.
Oh, that's a
And
very
this
good
might
point
be
actually.
This might be why Mataman went so hard for the start. This might be the reason.
Is he going to try and see it out going to this sauce when the track gets greasy and have a really competitive tyre? Needs the rain to come sooner rather than later though, or if he wants to just go to the Inter and force everything and kind of get track position, he needs it to come hard any moment now.
Yeah, and we're gonna have an eye on the proceedings here to see if this rain will come. And Walker in the pits. Walker doing a 2-stop then, that's a confirm for him. And he's bugging out. There's no cars, there's no... Oh no, it's bugged out completely. He's gonna get to a point and then he's gonna bug out again, bugging out, bugging out, bugging out. It's every pit stop, Chris, I think. And
Wow.
there's Walker out again and he's on the mediums. He's on his same set of mediums. For some reason. Oh, he's now on the softs. What's going on?
The game is a joke. And he is on the softs on the telemetry board, so
What a shame. This game is being right now.
here comes SPW on Mikey again. Through he goes. Back up to P3. I don't think rain's going to come. Is Mikey now going to repay SPW the favour? Again? Oh, he thought about sending it down the inside, but not this time around. SPW get a little bit tighter, give Mikey the ability to just tuck up in behind. But not quite the run this time around. Mick now diving to the inside of Dixie. We'll get the move. Dixie will hold that outside line. Go for the little cutback, maybe get the better drive. Tuck in behind. Dixie's still to box, of course. He's done 20 laps on the medium. I think he's hoping for some rain coming.
Yeah, is there gonna be... Man's gotta really hope here.
Yeah, at this point I think he's probably just staying out, hoping the rain comes and brings the Inter tyres
He's
in.
got a 5-second penalty as well, Man. I'm gonna check how he managed, how he got that. He got that on lap 2.
The collision.
Yeah,
with
the collision
fingers.
with green fingers. So if it
Somebody's out.
pending. Oh, it is.
Oh, Kristaps just
Kristaps.
dropped the car. Not out, just a big moment. I thought that was a full retirement. As I say, oh, it's a late drama in a safety car.
Yeah, it's been a wretched race for Kristaps. And he's got damage. So... I mean, you can still keep on going and pick up 3 points, but... He's
Mr.
gone for pits.
Rage now picks up a time penalty. He's sitting further back. Jamie now looking at a move on Mick.
He is. Goes down the inside and locks up, but he gets through. And making light work there, and Walker on those softs.
But look at Mick now. Oh,
yeah,
Mick. Going to look at having a go.
Mick. Mick was on brand new softs. Jamie made the move, but Mick's gonna come back. But he can't get the move done. Mick tries holding that, he hits bum, and Walker's gonna be coming right at him here. Meanwhile, we haven't got any rain yet, and there's 5 laps left to do.
I think it could come too little too late. Now, if the rain comes, if it starts to rain, can Matterman do this race without pitting?
Oh, he has to pit at one point, because you have to.
A mandatory stop, right?
The mandatory stop is well,
and Mikey's cooked the brakes, and he's went deep, spun himself and SPW round, and that changes the dynamic of the race massively, because it brings Rob Wells right back into the fight.
And Walker as well. Walker on the 2-stop could be right in this. He's only. Let's look at the gaps. He is only 10 seconds away. I don't think he'll get there, but.
And did Mikey get damaged there? He must have got damaged, surely.
But remember, the only way the mandatory stop is thrown out is if they're on the wet compound at one point in the race. So.
Nah, that's true.
Matterman, he has to pit for either medium soft or the wet tyres if it becomes available, but I don't think it will.
And he's going to need to pit like this lap.
Yeah, I'd pit this lap if I was him. Bit late, really. Unless the rain comes down hard. That's what we might be waiting for, if it does come.
And he needs to box next lap around, because if he doesn't after that, I'm sure he'll get disqualified for not changing the tyres. Oh, and he's nearly spun the car.
Oh, yeah. He's got a 5-second penalty as well to his name, so if he's going to serve it, there's no way he could get that removed.
No.
As he has to serve the penalty. Or the game won't let him not serve it in the pits. I wish there's an option where you don't serve penalties in the pits. Or you
would agree
if you wanted to serve them or not. But it automatically does it. And that's Walker. Walker's lost his front wing. And what has happened to Walker? And he's fallen to the side, and oh, that is a shame for him there. Possibility, safety car has completely gone as Nelly gets past Adam for P9.
Ah, Walker, that is such a shame.
And there's a 3-second penalty for Kristaps. And there's that there anyway, but no rain has come yet, so it's working to Mike's advantage. The two guys battling behind as well. SPW and Mikey's still going at it. Rob Will's hanging on in there as well, but who's going to get this P2?
Yes, because Matty needs to, or he's disqualified.
Oh, actually, no, he could go one more lap, but that's it. He only has one more lap of the race he can go.
And I think he'll drop way outside the top 10.
I think if he pits this lap, he has a chance of going for fastest lap if he wanted to. I would take it.
That's a good point.
It's quite bone dry at the moment. Maybe the drivers in the interviews will tell us how close the rain was. Matterman doesn't pit. He's going to carry on for one more lap. The mistake he does not want to do is not remember to pit. Because if he doesn't, he's going to be disqualified and he won't be picking up any points, even with how much of a race distance he's done already. He'll be walking away with nothing.
And look at Mikey now, he's getting there on SPW, defends the outside lane, but Mikey sweeps through on the inside. SPW is going to have to tuck back in behind, and Mikey takes that net P2 position from SPW.
That might be a crucial move, Chris. If Mikey can keep him at bay, Mikey's got to get his move on. He's got a good amount of energy though to defend with, and Mike is weaving about at the moment on the penultimate straight, and there's another yellow flag back there. But he's about to start the final lap. Matterman, please remember to pit.
And who's on Jamie's round?
Oh,
Jamie's went round at the second Lesmo.
Both Hasses have exploded on the final few laps. He's lost a bit of end plate. Matterman, he's coming around the final corner. Is he going to pit? He is. So he went late.
Oh, and he gets another 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
He was below. He was below the speed. Unless it was a speed limited glitch.
And it's a big send SPW. Oh, he thought about it. I thought he was going in the inside lane, just not quite there that time around. Typical Haskell, says CB
Oh, it's
Gaming.
raining now. It's raining now.
So the rain has come. Is it too little, too late?
And Mike is coming down the back straight up to Ascari. You see the rain, it's on and off.
Look how close these two drivers are, Jensen's SPW and Mikey.
Mike was very close there, big snap of oversteer. You don't have to risk it so much, Mikey coming too parabolica.
And look at SPW now, he's coming for the run, he's going to pull at the inside line, and he's going to get through up to Ascari, and Mikey looking
Mike's
not to be pushing too much. Is he bad on fuel? I think Mikey's...
Mike
I don't know
is
what's
slowing
happened.
all the way down there, and he's just cruising across the line, and he wins the Italian Grand Prix in quite dominant fashion from a distance there. SPW, he played that beautifully into that final lap. He got that move done into Ascari. He's going to take the podium on his second race back, a podium that he definitely deserved last week. And Mikey takes another podium this season after two great performances last
Rob
last
Wills,
week.
best of the rest today in that P4 position as well. That's a solid drive there from Rob. Converts that P5 qualifying to a P4 finish. I think he'll be very happy with that.
Matterman, with his penalty, I don't think it's going to affect him. So, in the end, nothing too much for him trouble. Greenfingers, he's going to finish P10. But he falls to 12th because of his penalty, but it's still a decent result for him after a bit of a tricky season. Here comes Adam, P13 for him. Mitch is going to come for P14, and Mitch has ran out of fuel, I think. And there goes Scum, he's going to take the position. Mitch loses the P14 on the last lap for running out of fuel. He's going to coastal across the line for P15. And Pedro,
solid drive there for Mitch.
And Pedro and Walker complete the last
Oh,
two.
Walker's out of fuel as well. Walker's run out of fuel. I think these guys banked on the rain and it just never came.
And here comes Walker.
Solid debut though. Done very, very well there, and I think he'd be a very, very...
Displayed some good pace, yeah.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate. Well done to the podium, guys. Yeah.
Yes, and that was dominant there from Michael. Very, very, very well driven. bit of threat from Walker in the early phase, but once he defended that off, it was just a eyes forward and yeah, go home and get the job
Yeah.
done.
Shall I get these? Or I can't get Mikey in because I don't have them added on this account, but I
Yes,
could get two of them in.
yes, for sure. I can add Mikey. So well done, Mike. SPW finally converting a good result. P7 to P2. It was a very strong drive. Shiv again, another really strong performance as well. Mick coming from P15 to P7. So some really good performances in there. And Jensen, do you want me to chat or will you chat?
I don't know. Do some chatting with some other chatting, I guess.
Right, okay, I'll talk to Mike. You can talk to the others.
Alright.
Michael,
Yes, sir.
very well done. That was put under a little bit of pressure from Walker at the start. You covered that line off, and then once you defended, kind of into the big pressure point of the first lap, which is probably that second chicane. It was just eyes forward, really, there for you, wasn't it? That was dominance.
Yeah, I had actually a really good start, but then I don't think I had the best launch of turn one. And then I wasn't paying attention. I was looking behind me, so I actually drove on the grass on the way to the T2. But
Oh, I see. Is that why you had the little jink?
yeah, so
I see.
I wasn't paying attention. I was more looking behind because I saw rage was all over the place and someone else was all, and I was like, oh, let me look at this, and forgot that I was actually racing. But it is what it is. Obviously, a very easy win after that, but I think F2 cars for practice more often.
Yeah, because I think that is probably the biggest win we've seen in OTL for a long time. You were 20 plus seconds there to your compadre and Irishman in
Well, actually
P2.
17, but he decided to.
I slowed down. I tried to do the drift thing over the line, but it just failed. So let's not even talk about that. But yeah, I mean, it was all a race of I was just kind of monitoring the gap to Walker. Obviously, he pitted lap 1 or something for mediums, so I did expect the rain to come around lap 22, but it just didn't happen. So it was kind of after I got out 3 seconds in front of Walker, it was really just nothing to do. It was just keep the car on track.
Yeah, which is sometimes easier said than done at Italy. But you done it, and you had a couple of hairy moments. But this car control you've been showing over the last few weeks has been pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it is what it is. Well, all the crashing's finally done me some good. I finally got on top of it until next week, where I inevitably go in the wall. But
You probably need to teach me a thing or two.
yeah, I'll pay me up and I'll sort you out.
But anyways, very well done. Very strong victory, and I'll let Jensen talk to the others. Oh, before Jensen talks to them, Mikey and SPW, what a battle you had for the full race, but I'll leave it to Jensen.
Alright,
Yeah, mate, we had a good battle. It was fun, like literally. But at the end, I had to start saying fuel, but we were chatting together. I didn't want to let him know until the last lap.
alright, so talking to people.
Yes,
Right.
carry on.
Okay. Okay, so we'll go to second place driver. Oh, it's SPW. So, is he here? Not bad for your second race back in OTL. With a decisive final lap overtake on the outside, coming up to Ascari as well. You planned that pretty nicely. But talk us through your race and how you managed to keep where you were, and yeah.
Very good start, but then just got boxed in turn one, and then it wasn't after Martin, tried to go down the inside into the second chicane. Then just come on that wheel race long, keeping the lead on.
That was our main goal.
And then Mikey had to back.
Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that.
Yeah, we had Matterman. He stayed out for 26 laps on the hards. He was really going for the rain, but it never came in the end. So it gave you guys back those net positions. But how did you plan that final lap? How did you plan that one out there with Mikey?
Well,
So
I didn't think I was actually going to clip him because he had a lot more energy than me, but I got a good run off the second left there and kept things really strong. So
not too bad then.
yeah,
But yeah.
I can't beat these guys.
Wouldn't be nothing down the facts even that I lifted like 100 yards before the braking zones trying to save fuel.
I mean, of course, it's your second race back, isn't it?
You have it.
But yeah, of course, it's your second race back and second place in your second race back. Of course, you probably expected to get a podium in Zandvoort if you don't have those connection issues. But it's good to see you back anyway, up there. And for the rest of the season, do you think you'll stay up there, get some more podiums, maybe challenge even Mike for the win a couple times?
No, no, no.
I think you can, SPW.
By dirty tactics, he can.
Oh yeah. Congratulations on your P2 today. And does Chris anything to say to SPW?
No, just pretty much reiterating what you say. Good to see converting a strong race and not no shenanigans, getting caught up in any nonsense or connection issues, allowing you not to deliver the results. So very well done.
Oh, I guess we'll move on to Mikey. And another podium.
I guess.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, you're starting to become a regular field. Of course, you got your first win last week, and it's starting to become a regular up at the front now for the rest of the season. Is this going to be like a continuing pattern, or do you expect it to be?
I just need to start learning not to underfuel the car.
Yeah, we saw quite a few people actually underfuel. We saw Walker and many others actually ran out of fuel at the line and lost
that's what I was
positions
afraid of.
at the end. Yeah, it was literally, it was like Imola. Okay, carry on. Sorry.
One he is.
I was gonna say it was like Imola 85, where everyone ran out of fuel in the last few laps. It was it's just a race of attrition at the end, but battling with SPW as well throughout the entire race, and
Yeah, I know. Well,
yeah.
our tactics was obviously just to DRS each other and get up there. But when I was in his DRS, I was saving fuel as well. I was lifting and coasting. And then then I was hoping I had enough to get to the end ahead of him, but then I just had to start lifting because I was going to run out.
Yeah, I mean, still getting good points out of that. I'm pretty sure I think you might even get close to jumping Mr. Rage after that race, and get closer to Intex J. Of course, he got a disqualification for something quite stupid, really. So I don't know if he might get something out of it still, but you're coming closer to the P2 in the championship.
I just need to start being a bit more consistent now. Now I've got the pace, but we'll see.
Well, you're always consistent, so I wouldn't be too
Podium or last.
sure. But yeah, congratulations P3, and Chris, your final words for...
No, just as you said, reiterating, and the consistency seems to be building, Mikey. So hopefully you keep it going for the rest of the season.
Cheers, mate. But did you say anything when it was me, FBW, and Jamie in a trio? You're thinking there's going to be fireworks here?
A little bit, but what I will say, between the three of you, there was some really, really clean and good, hard, aggressive racing going on. I don't really think anybody stepped out of line. There was a couple of little bit of moments.
Especially turn
Jamie and
one.
SPW get touched onto the gravel a little bit, but I don't think that was really from the off view that really anyone driver done anything wrong. He just tried to run a line that got shut down by SPW, and SPW had the right to do it, and that was the moment that allowed you to jump them again. But other than that, some of the racing was tremendous between the three. He's like really, really, really good.
Yeah, well, it seemed like he was pretty clean tonight. With us, anyway.
Which is always a bonus. That's what we want.
Yeah,
The more of that, it's like the
that's
better.
it. And congrats to SPW. Because Mike was a joke tonight. You're a joke. Sorry, engine this-
Yes, sorry, I had to. Inspector Seb.
Cheers. Cheers.
You're welcome.
But before we finish,
Bye, eh?
Jensen,
Uh,
we need a
Yep.
driver of the day.
I think SPW or Mike. Mike for his domination and SPW for his cunning in the final few laps.
I would go SPW. Because Mike did nothing the whole race. Apart from
Yeah, I could probably agree with Mikey's analogy there, to be honest. SPW at least provided some action.
Right, Mikey, I'll give you your illegal engine back next week, Jesus.
So are we both agreed on SPW then, Jensen?
Yeah, I could agree. with
So-
you there.
SPW gets our driver of the day. So on
That's
that
a
note,
first.
that's OTL Mondays for this week. The channel will be back live on Wednesday, and these guys will be back next week. Take care.